This is a $1 LEGO minifigure, and now it's getting flushed. But this is a minifigure sent to space that's valued at $2.2 billion. Before we get there though, we have this LEGO Spidey that's worth more than the device you're watching this on. Because this minifigure went on the shelves back in 2019 as part of a Comic-Con exclusive drop. However, it was wiped from the shelves in just one day, making it extremely rare to find. The figure is based on his appearance in the 2018 PlayStation 4 game, Marvel's Spider-Man, which was only available at the 2019 San Diego Comic-Con. Nowadays, if you're lucky enough to find one of these bad boys, you're looking at spending a whopping $1,470. Crazy thing is, this is the lowest priced item on this entire list, because this next minifigure, known as the Sheriff Deadpool, was also a common exclusive from the year 2018. But what makes this one so special is that not only was it exclusive to the Comic-Con attendees, but only a few of those in attendance got one. See, attendees of Comic-Con were able to enter a lottery system for a random drawing and a chance to win this Sheriff Deadpool minifig, making it super rare. Sure enough, if you're lucky to find one of these for sale, you better be ready to drop about $1,800 on this thing. Up next is the 2011 New York Comic-Con Superman minifig. 200 of these exclusive Supermen were giving out to lucky attendees at the 2011 New York Comic-Con, which makes it very rare to own. And surely, this jacked up the price even further. Superman fans all around went to this event just to get the exclusive minifigure, and now the entire world wants one for themselves. But with only 200 of these guys being made and distributed, buying one of these figures cost a whopping $1,815. Yeah, $15 more than the last one. Speaking of which, for our next minifigure on this list, we have the 2018 LEGO brand conference exclusive camper minifigure. See, each year there is a conference for LEGO brand retail managers at which some attendees are given a very rare, very exclusive minifigure. There's a different minifigure for each conference. In 2018 they dropped this camper figure. This little minifigure comes with brown backpack complete with waist belt and shoulder straps on the torso. He has a blue cap with the LEGO brand across his yellow apron. While this one is pretty cool, it's oh so rare and expensive. Because first of all, you need someone very high up in the LEGO world, and second, you'd be paying about $1,829 for this minifigure. Next up is the 2012 Toy Fair exclusive Captain America minifigure. This exclusive Captain America figure was only given out at the Toy Fair NYC 2012 to 125 lucky participants. It is considered a promo minifigure, but sure enough, that's why it's so rare. This figure was dropped to celebrate the release of the new LEGO Marvel Avengers Tower. It contains a comic book version of Captain America with a special shield to go along with it. But don't get too excited because the cost of one of these, well, that's a whole $1,947. Coming in hot at our next spot is the KidFest 2013 LEGO Store employee figure. This minifig was given away at KidsFest 2013 to staff who worked more than 40 hours over 5 days. And KidsFest is a 3-day LEGO event that takes place across North America. So with that being said, having only been given to special employees, this is certainly a rare figure. Because to buy one of these, considering you can't even find it, well, it's gonna take $2,140 right out of your bank account. But what is a weird figure, you may ask? Well, it's the Azog LEGO minifigure. The first Azog minifigure was included in the set Dol Guldur Battle and was also given away to convention goers in 2013. This figure is based on Azog's appearance in The Hobbit. Over time, this figure became more and more rare as it was originally listed for $50. And now, it's worth a whopping $2,150. Yeah, that's a lot of money for this thing. And next up is the one and only Lester. Lester was given to customers that spent over $100 at the grand opening of the Square LEGO store in London. However, many fans were pissed to find that figures weren't available for all and required winning a scratch card lottery. Only 275 were released, so basically you had to buy a $100 lottery ticket for a chance to win, not even guaranteed. Surely enough, this made this LEGO figure super rare. It's important to note that a year later, the LEGO store introduced a Lester polybag for just $6, but the original is the one in demand by collectors. Nowadays, if you're lucky enough to find one of these for sale, you best bet you're spending at least $2,300. Alright, now this is the 2011 Inside Tour minifig, and this one has a super cool and unique twist to it, which makes it so expensive. Since 2005, LEGO has held their annual LEGO Inside Tour event, aimed at giving the most committed and fantastical LEGO enthusiasts the time of their life. The tour is typically a 2 to 3 day experience taking place at the company's headquarters in Billund, where participants get to visit Legoland and Lego's factory, as well as meet Lego designers and executives. They also get a private tour of the Lego house, museum, and hollowed vault. And if that wasn't enough, another part of the tour is the exclusive sets and minifigures that are given away for free. The tour happens once a year, and a spot is not guaranteed, making this one so rare to find. And well, to buy one of these, you'd be looking at about $2,500. Yeah, that's a quarter of 10 grand. Speaking of which, our next expensive Lego minifigure, we have the Shadow Leonardo. This Lego Comic-Con 2012 exclusive, Shadow Leonardo was a part of a 7-piece Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set, which was only given to those who went to Comic-Con that year. It was available for limited purchase to attendees of the Comic-Con that won the daily raffle. Only 500 units were produced and given away, but it featured a black Leonardo minifigure with a New York Comic-Con themed skateboard, and is definitely a super cool figure. The only problem though is that it's worth about $2,569.69. Dang, I guess Lego likes 69. Yeah, anyways. While we're only in the beginning stage of this video, the Jurgen Vigndstr 2009 business card, yeah, I definitely destroyed that name. Anyways, makes it next as its true gem of a Lego minifigure. But for those who don't know, this is the executive chairman and former CEO of the Lego Group. He joined Lego in 2009, succeeding Christensen, and is the first non-family member to head Lego Group. This very rare minifig served as his business card in 2009, and if it weren't for him, it may have been that Lego wouldn't still be a company today, which is so hard to believe. This business card figure would have been obtainable by meeting him. Some ways you could have also gotten this may have been through various Lego events such as Lego Inside Tour or Lego fan events. However, the answer is truly unknown as very few of these were produced. I'm guessing it was supposed to be exclusive to his name, and because it became popular, they made more. But nonetheless, $2,570 is a lot of money for this figure. But I also heard if you want a lot more money, you should subscribe right now. Anyways, up next is the George Lucas Lego prototype from 2010. It was displayed at the Star Wars Weekend celebration in 2010 at Disney, and only a few of them were ever made. Lucas is best known as the creator of the Star Wars and Indiana Jones franchises, as well as the founder of Lucasfilm and Industrial Light and Magic. And I gotta admit, this thing is wicked cool. It kind of represents movie directing and Star Wars all in one. But when you find out you've got to draw 2613 on this piece of plastic, opinions may change drastically. Here we have not only the infamous Darth Vader, but with a lightsaber that actually lights up. And no, this isn't the only reason it's worth so much. Though it is a cool feature, this figure first appeared in the TIE Fighter and Darth Vader International Toy Fair number sets for only $50. But it was actually the last battery-powered Lego minifigure, which makes it so rare, and also really unique to this day. So nowadays, you're looking at spending a whopping $2,700 on this bad boy. Yeah, that's insane. Continuing with the Star Wars theme, we have the Cloud City Boba Fett figure. Featuring the original balaclava helmet style just like Jango Fett, Boba Fett is the most expensive figure from Lego Star Wars most expensive set, which is Cloud City. This specific figure really sticks out to many Lego collectors with its uniquely printed arms and legs, explaining why its average value has shot up over the years. Released in 2003, this figure is super rare and old, making it a hard find. And of course a hard buy because it's priced around $2,800 at its lowest. Here we have an exclusive minifigure from the 2014 LEGO Idea Conference. The LEGO Idea Conference is an actual event hosted by the LEGO Foundation that brings together over 300 participants to discuss learning, development, and children's play. The conference features speakers on topics related to early childhood development, education, and learning with LEGO toys. People who attended the conference in 2014 were gifted this special figure as a thank you for attending. Because it was so hard to get into this event, the price certainly went up over time. How much, you may ask? That's gonna be about $3,000. Okay, at least this next one looks super expensive, because this is the Chrome Gold exclusive Star Wars C-3PO figure. But this was a part of a promotional giveaway celebrating Star Wars 30th anniversary, where only 10,000 were made and then randomly inserted in various sets that year. So you had to be very, very lucky to find this one. It's kind of like finding the golden ticket in Willy Wonka's chocolate bars. Fans from all over the world wanted to get their hands on this set to see if they can uncover the Chrome Gold C-3PO. While many failed, some were very successful. And to buy one of these nowadays, well, that's a whopping $3,100. And we're really striking gold here, because next up is yet again another gold minifigure known as Mr. Gold. And this one might be familiar to many of you, as it's one of the most rare and sought over LEGO pieces of all time. You see, Mr. Gold was released in 2013 to celebrate Series 10 of the minifigures, and is a completely gold chrome except for his white hands. Only 5,000 were produced, making it super rare. But that's not all, because users that were lucky enough to find a Mr. Gold had a special code they would enter online to get a Mr. Gold certificate, which would also pin on a world map where he was found. But with that being said, not all of these guys have been found, so there are still unopened Mr. Golds on the loose. You'd have to be so lucky to find one. Don't worry though, because you can certainly still buy one of these. Just know you'd be paying about $3,600 for one. But coming up next, we have this C-3PO minifig. And I know what you're all thinking. Didn't we just see this one? Well, no. Because this C-3PO is way more valuable. This is not a custom or a dyed figure. This was a test run of one of the original test figures that LEGO used when they originally created these figures back in 1999 and 2000. It's essentially a piece of LEGO history. Only a few of these were ever made, and not only that, but they were made back in the 90s as a test. They weren't even supposed to go out to the public. While some collectors were able to get their hands on these, none of them would ever sell one because it's just so rare. But if we could guess, we'd estimate this bad boy to be worth a whopping $3,800. Here we have another superhero worth thousands, the Superman Black Suit San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, which is a LEGO minifigure that appeared in the Black Superman set, which was released back in July of 2013. This minifigure features Batman in a unique black suit and was one of the 4 exclusive minifigures given out at the 2013 Comic-Con. Only 200 of these minifigures were produced, and he came in a blister pack, so once again it was only for attendees who got extremely lucky to win the raffle, and thus it became rare over time. But this one is very sought after, and for that reason, it goes for a crazy $4,000. Alright, so we're kind of cheating the system here, but this is actually 2 different minifigures that were given as a pair. During the 2012 New York Toy Fair, lucky attendees were given these super cool Iron Man and Captain America minifigs as a gift for their showing up. Only 125 of these exclusive minifigs were ever given away at the 2012 New York Fair, so you might also see that Iron Man's mask is actually printed on the head rather than being a separate piece. And the design appears to be from the Heroes Reborn era of comics from the late 90s, which altogether makes these individual prints very rare. Nowadays, if you can even find one of these pairs, you're looking at spending about $4,500. But hey, at least it's 2 for 1. Similar to the other business card LEGO figure we showed today, this one is exclusive to its own, but worth way more. This figure is of Thomas Kirk Christensen, who is the great-grandson of old Kirk Christensen, who founded LEGO in 1932. Christensen serves on the board of the LEGO Group, and this minifig is actually his business card. While only a handful of LEGO employees had these minifigs made for them, his is by far the most sought after, and for that reason it's worth upwards of $4,400. And this next figure is tied with the last one. This is the Will.i.am minifigure, which is of course the rapper himself in plastic form. 400 of these numbered Will.i.am minifigs were given away at a charity event in LA called Best Brunch, where LEGO Education was a sponsor in 2016. Will.i.am did a little collab with LEGO and came out with these minifigures. Each base plate is printed with the limited edition number on it, which is something not seen from LEGO before. So I guess that makes it super rare, but I was expecting a higher list celeb than Will.i.am. Anyways, to buy one of these, you'd have to fish up a whopping $4,400 as well. Alright guys, another 2013 Comic-Con exclusive. Simply put, they produced some of the most expensive figures of all time. And sure enough, this next one on our list is a Comic-Con Marvel Spider-Woman. Only 350 of these exclusive minifigures were given out at the San Diego Comic-Con in 2013, but this figure isn't only super sought after because of the limited number of sets available, but also because the figure comes in its own packaging and carries the Comic-Con logo. It's a true icon for anyone who loves superheroes. But start looking for some loans for the bank, because this thing is worth $5,000. If you're lucky enough to work for LEGO, you can enjoy all sorts of employee-only gifts. Even more lucky is these can also be sold online for thousands of dollars. One of the most rare LEGO minifigures ever given was the LEGO brand Retail Manager's Conference Figs. But these weren't for just any employees. No, because they were exclusive to LEGO employees who attend LEGO Group's annual Brand Managers Conference. So that makes them even more rare. All in all, buying one of these will cost you about $5,875. So basically $6,000. Back to 2013 Comic-Con comes another exclusive minifigure on our list. Here is the Green Arrow, and as the name suggests, this was only given to attendees, but they were given as a part of a randomized prize draw, where only 200 of these minifigures were produced, and they came in a blister pack. I mean, this one is dope, but the price of it is insane. Somehow these bad boys are going for a whopping $7,000. Now, after all these Comic-Con figures, there's one that really takes the cake, and that's this stunning Spider-Man piece. But what makes it so rare, you ask? Well, besides the fact that it's the first time LEGO has used blister packs from their SDCC exclusives, it also had red lower legs, making it different from the other Spider-Man LEGO minifigures. Something must be special about those red legs, because nowadays this thing is worth almost $10,000. You could literally buy a car with that type of money. But now is where things are just getting out of control. These last few LEGO minifigures absolutely blow the others away in terms of pricing. And this next one is a 2010 exclusive 14 karat gold Boba Fett. The gold Boba Fett figure was so limited that only a few people got it from the special raffle held during the event back in 2010. What makes it even more special is that the figure is indeed made with real gold. But is it really worth $20,000? Maybe so. As many of you know, LEGO actually has their very own rewards program where subscribers get discounts and exclusive drops on new sets throughout the years. Their most expensive plan is the VIP subscription, which gives them a special black VIP card. And so LEGO did a promotion to all black card holders, allowing them to enter a raffle to win the white gold 18 karat R2-D2 minifigure. The crazy part about this though is that it was one of one, meaning that only one of these is out there in the world. Well, the winner actually decided to sell his back a few years ago, and sure enough, he was paid a whopping $40,000 for the figure. Yeah, that's insane. Speaking of one-of-a-kind minifigures, this next one is the Wood and Woo prop for the LEGO Ninjago movie. Yes, it was an actual minifigure that was used in the movie, so of course it's expensive. This figure is so exclusive that only 4 were made as movie props for the LEGO Ninjago movie. However, it appears that only one had made its way to the wild. LEGO throws it back to the old days where LEGO were made completely out of wood. But the real reason it's worth so much is because of its history. Having been part of a hot-selling LEGO movie, you can look to be spending about $100,000 on one of these. Yeah. $100,000 for a little piece of plastic, you'll catch me doing something else. And finally, last but certainly not least, is the Roman gods Jupiter, Juno, and Galileo that were launched into space by NASA. Yep, you heard me right. These were literally shot off into outer space. They were built as part of the Bricks in Space project, which is an educational program developed by NASA and LEGO to inspire children to explore science. They were shot off into space back in 2016 and still orbit the solar system today. Eventually, they will be brought back to Earth and sold to the public, but the problem is that there's no determined price for these figures. But they are estimating a value of this set to be around $2 billion. Yeah, that's a lot of money for some bricks. But if you don't subscribe and click this video here, I'm gonna throw bricks at you.